Hi everyone. So we're here for another day of Vlogtober. We're at day 6 now. Long way to go to finish off the month, but we're keeping up every day. So I've already done some grading this morning, so that's good. And a little bit more I want to get done this afternoon as well. Hubby's at work this afternoon and he'll be home, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours from now, so we'll have some leftovers for supper tonight. He got KFC for supper last night, so we'll have the rest of that for supper tonight. So that's nice and quick and easy for prepping. Just take out the plates and reheat the chicken and nuke the rest of the stuff. Next thing I want to do today is I need to finish up playing around with that gauge swatch that I made for the mystery shawl knit along that I'm joining up later this week. So I got the swatch knit, so now I want to pin it down a little bit just so I can get a good measurement of it to see what my gauge is when it's before it's been blocked and before it's been washed and had the spinning oils removed from it. And then I'll take you along with me as I give it a bath and see what it looks like once I've got the spinning oils out and I've got it laid out again. So I'm not sure how long it'll take to dry. Shouldn't take too long, but I'll get that drying, and then once it's dry we'll get another measurement and see what the difference in the gauge is once it's been washed and dried. So I'm really curious to see how this yarn reacts because I've never worked with it before, so I am really curious. Any of the videos and things I've seen on it, it sounds like it really blooms a lot once it's got the spinning oils off it. So we shall see what that looks like. And then I also want to start working on and making an altered book glue book. And it's following along with the same style of glue book that somebody I follow on YouTube has done. I'm drawing a blank on the name. Nicole Relax Cut Glue, I think it's the name of the channel. But what she's done is taken an old Reader's Digest hardcover book, pulled out a bunch of the pages, and then has been gluing things on the pages. So I kind of want to, no, I don't kind of want to, I actually went out and I found the book at our local thrift store, and I want to make one. So I really like hers and I want one too. So I'm going to get started on that today, and I'll probably show little bits and pieces in this vlog, but I am going to do a more complete video that I will post as a separate video series on this specific glue book that I'll include on my channel as well. So those are the plans for this afternoon. Get that gauge swatch under control and get that done, and get started on this new glue book and finish my grading. Maybe I should get that done first, and then I can enjoy doing some crafting stuff for the rest of the afternoon. Get the necessary work done, and then I can work on the fun stuff. Alrighty, tune in later on and I'll let you know what happened this afternoon. Alrighty, see you guys in a bit. Bye. Alrighty, so we want to do a quick gauge swatch here, or just do a quick measure of this. I'm not going to pin it down very carefully. Let's get the hair off. Oh, that's knit right in there. Okay. Not the first thing that my hair has been knit into completely. So I just want to give it just I'm not really not stretching it out at all. This is just kind of really relaxed. Oh, let's move the camera just a smidge. So over 4 inches. So from here to here. I always have trouble counting these. 2, 3, 4, 5. Seriously. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Saves me 20. Piece of paper. No, that's not the row. Ay, ay, ay. Well, pop these 2 out. Have I even gone 4 inches on here? No, I don't even. So I'll just measure over 2 inches and double it. The rows are going to be easier to count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So 28. Now, let's double check the pattern and see what this is supposed to be. So the pattern is supposed to be 24 stitches and 36 rows. So mine will be a little bit shorter, so it won't come out quite as long widthwise as the pattern is going to call for, or as the pattern is going to create. And I've got 20 stitches instead of 24, so it's a little bit small. It'll come out a little bit smaller than what the pattern is, the gauge for the pattern is going to give me. We will take another look and see what it looks like once I have, once it's been washed, once I've got the spinning wheels out, and I will pin it out the same way I've done it here, so it's not going to be hugely different. I'm not stretching it out whatsoever. I'm just going to leave it as is. So that's what we're going to go do in just a minute now. So we'll head on down to the kitchen. So I just got a little bit of lukewarm water in the sink, or in a bowl in the sink. And I'm just going to add a couple drops of vinegar and just a tiny drop of soap. So I put just a drop of soap in there and just a drop of vinegar, because I've seen a few people commenting that some of the color from this yarn, it bleeds a bit. And I figure with vinegar, it'll hopefully prevent some of the bleeding. We can see that there's a tiny bit of, tiniest bit of color coming out. But I'm just going to let this soak for a while. And I think this gray film, this little bit of discoloration, is just the spinning wheels coming out. So we'll let that soak for a while. I'm not agitating it, I'm just kind of like squeezing it down in the water to give it a clean. So we're going to let that soak for a while, 20 minutes thereabouts, and then we'll come back and we'll rinse it off again. See you in a bit. Alrighty, so here we go. It's been washed and rinsed, and it's just going to lay out here to dry, so we'll get a better feel for what it looks like once it's dry. So I'll leave it for now and come back and check it out later this afternoon, this evening, tomorrow morning. I'll check it later and see how it's drying up. Alrighty, the next thing we're going to do today is we're going to spend a little bit of time starting to do this up as an altered book so I can use for adding images and adding as a glue book. And I'll start out by taking out all the color, the pages that have pictures on them. I'll pull those out first because I might be able to use those for something else. And then I'm going to spend some time just pulling out a whole bunch of pages. This is from 1984, so it's definitely vintage. Certainly not antique, but it's certainly a vintage book. And I really like the cover on this one, the blue with the white. So we'll be leaving the cover. For now, I'm going to leave these pages as is. I like the old vintagey, used and abused look it has. The cover's self-destructing. But I'll start going through and pulling. I love the way this page looks with the shades. It's all faded and old looking. So you see people that have their junk journals and different kinds of books that they're trying to make the pages look vintage. These, they're naturally vintaged around the edges. So I'm going to spend a bit of time going through this book, pulling out a bunch of pages and starting to prep it for using it as an altered book glue book. And I'm going to put a separate video for that whole process. I'll have a series of several videos where I'm going to be working on this book. Alrighty, so I'm going to work on that for a while and we'll be back later on. Alrighty, we are done for the day. It's after supper. It's starting to get, you can see outside, it's starting to get a little bit darker out, a little bit dusky out. So my little test swatch or gauge swatch is still drying, so we'll take a look at that tomorrow. What else did I get done today? Did some more work on that little glue book that I want to start. I posted a video of that, a separate video of that on my channel already, and I'm making fantastic progress on the first sock in my first pair of Christmas socks, and I'm onto the toe decreases now, so I'm almost halfway through. Over halfway through doing the toe decreases now, so we'll just finish that up. My guess is I will have that. Is that even in focus? Oh goodness. My guess is I'll get this finished this evening while we're watching some TV, and then I'll get the second pair, or the second one of the pair, cast on. They look freakishly long. It's a short leg. I just wanted a shorty type sock. I didn't want a big long sock going way up my leg. I just wanted something that was only a few inches up my ankle, above my ankle. But the foot looks freakishly, it does. It looks freakishly long, but it is long because I've got big feet. I wear a size 10 or 11 shoe depending on the width on the shoe. So I do have large feet, and part of that, it looks long, but once you put them on, they stretch. The width stretches, so the length contracts as it stretches out to go around my big foot. So anyway, sock number one for Christmas sock pair number one for 2020 the first sock is almost done. So I think I cast it on, what day did I cast it on? Monday? No, Saturday? Friday or Saturday. I don't remember which day I cast it on. It might have been Thursday. The days, they're all a blur. But anyway, so I'm going to finish editing this little bit of a video for today. I will get this Vlogtober post up on my channel a little bit later this evening. And I'm going to go and relax and watch a movie with the hubby and finish sock number 1 and get sock number 2 cast on. And I'm going to try to cast it on starting at this roughly the same point so that I can see if I can maybe get them to actually be identical twins. I've never managed to make that work on a pair of socks that were self-stripy or anything like that before, because the one time I tried to make it work, I was about halfway through the second sock and there was a knot in there had been a break in the yarn and a knot in there. So the color sequence was completely messed up. So after I tried so hard that one time, I said, that's it, I'm done. I'm not gonna try it again. Forget it. I don't care. Like, I honestly don't care if my socks are not perfectly matched. I don't have time for worrying about, I can't be bothered worrying about stuff like that. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to get going. I'll get this video edited and get it posted up onto my channel in a little bit. And I will see you guys in the morning. Good night, everybody. Bye.